Tonight on 205 Live, we have two stellar matches. Cruiserweight champion Buddy Murphy faces down the king of the ropes, Grand Metalik. And for the main event, Cedric Alexander faces the premier athlete, Tony Nese. Who wins? Who loses? Let's find out. And for 205 Live, it felt short because there were only two matches. Unless I blinked and I missed one. We start off with Grand Metalik versus Buddy Murphy. It was oh man, carbonated drinks. Don't drink them before a show, folks. It was a very well wrestled match that lost intensity as it continued along. There were a number of good spots with Metalik walking the barriers, Buddy Murphy catching him in a later spot and converting to a suplex, Murphy throwing Metalik into the corner just for him to spin around the middle rope and hit him with the drop kick, and also Murphy kicking out of the Metalik driver. This was an expected win in terms of the match setup, because you can't have Buddy Murphy losing before TLC. It wouldn't make any sense. I was in the middle of making some food, so I wasn't able to get notes for all of this match, but I was able to watch all of it. It was a very well wrestled match. Both of them are excellent performers. It's just when there's no stakes on the line, how do you feel invested? After that, we got a backstage interview with Tozawa, Kendrick, and Maverick, with Tozawa teasing a new look for Kendrick, saying, "You've changed, but you still look the same. I can fix that." And he drags Kendrick off screen, and then comes back and thanks Drake Maverick, but then says, "But you lost the tag team titles, so you're fired." Tozawa is just fantastic. Then we got a little interview with Arya Daivari, and then we got to the main event. The main event is Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese. And, starting off with the usual grabs, Tony Nese took the early edge with the power game, forcing Cedric to focus on more evasive maneuvers, and also countering. Nese attempts to maneuver around Cedric's attacks, just to be met with a drop kick to the face. Cedric took a country minute to go for the dive after Nese got knocked out of the ring, because I'm guessing Nese wasn't quite ready, so he's sitting there, and he's waiting, and he's waiting, and he's waiting, and then he runs, and then he gets back, and then, oh, look at that, Nese went back into the ring. Nese inevitably got Cedric into a body scissors, and then as Cedric managed to break free, Nese counters Cedric with a clothesline. The match hits the middle mark after Alexander removes his elbow sleeve, because maximum damage, and ups his aggression towards Nese. Nese, however, doesn't give much ground. After taking a lot of abuse, he still manages to hit him with a gutbuster and counter a number of Alexander's attacks. However, it provided to be not enough, as after finally managing to hit Tony Nese with the neuralizer, he follows that up with a lumbar check and pins Nese for the 1, the 2, the 3. Now, we had two great matches for the show, and it really felt like they could have fit a third match in. Especially because there's 15 minutes left in the 4 to 5 block that they're in. They could have fit in another match. They chose not to. Great matches, not a lot on the line, because we all know that they both have to win this one. So all in all, I'm going to give 205 Live a B+. And there will be a poll, whoosh, right up there. And you can agree with or disagree with me as much as you like, or leave a comment. So yeah, that was 205 Live. That was pretty short, wasn't it? And yeah, it's time to get ready for some NXT. So one moment, please, while I access my yellow glasses. Tonight on NXT, we have
EC3 seeking his vengeance against Bobby Fish. We have the Mighty facing off against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Mia Yim seeks to earn her place in a fatal four-way by going up against Rihanna Gonzalez. And for the main event, Rico Chet goes up against a surprise opponent. Who wins? Who loses? Let's get in to the nitty-gritty.
And we start off with Bobby Fish versus EC3. Before the match, Bobby Fish is followed by the rest of the Undisputed Era, for obvious reasons. Before the match, Adam Cole runs down EC3, insulting him for challenging the Undisputed Era, stating that 2018 is just the start of a decade of undisputed dominance. And then they're not going to rest until they all have gold. Yeah. EC3, however, is unfazed by all of this, because of course he is, and he makes his entrance. Bobby Fish bides his time, waiting for the proper moment to strike, even rolling out of the ring to avoid making a mistake against EC3. Bobby tries to play it safe, but when he hops onto the apron, EC3 gets him, throws him in with a hip toss. Bobby goes for the knee but is unable to budge EC3, who picks him up and hits him with a powerbomb, afterwards hitting him with the cactus clothesline, sending him outside the ring. Bobby managed to start getting in some offense with a well-timed distraction by both O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Smartly though, Fish decides to try and work the other leg to keep EC3 off of his feet, which is a smart idea. However, EC3 manages to steal a win with an inside cradle, leading to the Undisputed Era hopping in and trying to beat up EC3. This beatdown was promptly interrupted by the sounds of heavy machinery, and also heavy machinery. Otis Dozovic and Tucker Knight run in. Undisputed Era, after getting smacked around for a bit, run out, leaving Kyle O'Reilly in the ring to fall prey to the three of them. So EC3 looks at Otis Dozovic and just starts going pump him up to get ready for the what's the caterpillar, whatever it is he does. But yeah, Otis lands that on O'Reilly, and well, that's how that match ended. After that, we got to the tag team match, which was the Mighty versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Lorcan and Burch took the early advantage in the ensuing brawl, but the Mighty managed to double team Lorcan, working him into the corner, giving them a moment of heavy offense. Lorcan eventually managed to get Burch tagged in, but the Mighty continued their double team tactics to overwhelm Burch. Eventually Burch and Lorcan are both in the ring and fighting, but after a brief back and forth, Lorcan, Miller, and Thorne get into a chopping contest where the Mighty are chopping Lorcan and the Lorcan are chopping the Mighty. Or Lorcan is chopping the Mighty, and manages to avoid, I believe it was a hit by Miller, who ends up hitting Thorne, and then Burch and Lorcan then hit an assisted DDT, leading them to the win. It's a pretty good tag team match. I like it. I just don't know what the point of the Mighty is at this point. All they do is lose. But yeah, after the match, we got a promo from Johnny Gargamel, saying Johnny Gargano did nothing wrong. You did something wrong. You hit somebody, but not in a match like you're supposed to. Yeah, after that, we had the women's match. It was Mia Yim versus Rihanna Gonzalez. Rihanna Gonzalez is 6 feet tall, and you can't teach that. And boy, she had some power to her. Rihanna displayed massive power in this matchup, overwhelming Mia for the first few minutes of the match. But the match ended up being brief, with Mia Yim winning with what felt like, and what looked like a very poor set of chops. This botch of a drop act, I think it's a drop axe kick that she did. And then her, what was it that Nigel McGuinness, I think, called it, the eat defeat finisher. I don't know what the deal is with Mia Yim. I feel like she's trying to go for moves that she just doesn't have the endurance for to really expend at the end of a match. Her hits are slow. They lack impact. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with Mia Yim right now. I feel like she should be better than this, but she's not. Maybe I'm crazy. It's just, her hits lack impact. And not that impact. And not that impact, Jonn. You stop that. But yeah. After the women's match, we got a promo from Aleister Black. And then we get to the main event, and Ricochet's got his North American Open Challenge going. And Regal promised a very special opponent for him. And who else would it be but the human Clydesdale himself? It's Tyler Breeze! Like, wow, really? Tyler Breeze? I'm excited. I haven't seen him as a single star in a while. There wasn't a whole lot of time left in this match because there was about 15 minutes left till the end of NXT. But boy, howdy, was everyone hyped for this match. These two went high speed at the start, with Breeze playing it smart, being the wily veteran, rolling in and out of the ring to get out of the way of Ricochet's offense, maneuvering around to get Ricochet into a single-leg Boston Crab. The two felt absolutely evenly matched in this whole affair, with Breeze hitting the supermodel kick and a reverse Hurricane Rana. And it almost looked like Ricochet was going to lose there. They did this that convincingly, getting the crowd chanting, "This is gorgeous." The match, however, ended with the fireman's carry into a powerbomb, and Ricochet retains. Like I said earlier, though, I haven't seen Tyler Breeze face off as a single star in so long that I forgot just how good he is. This match is so endlessly fun. I just recommend going to see it for yourself, because it's such a good feeling to see, one, Tyler Breeze back in the ring, and having such a great match with a crowd that absolutely adores him. So yeah, go see it for yourself. I'm gonna be giving NXT a B+. You had a great main event, you had a great opener, you had a good tag team match, and then you had that middling display from Mia Yim that just drug this grade down. I don't want to rip on Mia Yim, because I think it's, from what I heard, was she had a knee injury, so she had to change up her entire wrestling style. But it doesn't feel like the A material that I feel that it should be. But anyway, from there, I've got the poll up there, and you're welcome to go ahead and touch my poll and grade the show with me. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button, subscribe if you'd like. We do some pre-Raw and pre-SmackDown live game streams. I'm playing Killer 7, Jonn is playing Super Mario RPG. We could not be more opposites in our game choices, apparently. But anyway, this has been a Real Honesty without John Ritland. I am not John Ritland. I am the Derbinator, and you have a great night.